Welcome back to the Spokane Convention Center, here for this gold medal match in quad rugby. Red currently holds the lead 13-10, but it's been close for this match's entirety. Second quarter just now getting underway. So
the yellow team with Stephen McGuire back out there, and when he goes out the floor, they lose a lot of speed and ball handling ability. Oh, Jeremiah.
This goes off Butler's hand.
Well, he's a brand new player, you got to expect that, and McGuire kind of fired that one in there.
Checking in for the red team now, we got 00 Lonnie Evans, as well as Timothy Vixay, the one-pointer.
That one intercepted by McGuire. He tried to back it in. He got mugged.
Foul is called on Evans. So just as Lonnie Evans checks in, he'll be whistled for the foul.
Kelly Kalicheski, one of our refs here tonight. Her husband's actually doing play-by-play for the crowd here. He makes the games a lot of fun. He comes up with some nicknames for the players and does the play-by-play and kind of picks on guys when they're out there too.
So when you're out there, Scott, how much do you actually hear the PA announcer?
You hear Steve. You hear Steve. For some reason, it's just right after you score, you can hear him, and he's comical. He's comical.
So as McMillan throws it up to Richardson, McMillan's able to catch up to him and take it himself.
And Earl is a 1.0 player, which you normally don't rely on to bring the ball down the court, but he can do it. He's got some pretty good ability. McGuire following his pick out of there.
So McGuire's got it. He's got Butler with him. Richardson and McMillan trying to defend. He's got to watch out for the 12-second call. You only have 12 seconds, get across midcourt. As he gets it to Butler, McMillan's going to be trying to reach in. A nice pass, gets it back to McGuire.
Jeremiah's come a long way in a day already. He's learning the game. He was actually in a low point chair when we played him the first game, and got him in my old chair. He fits him pretty well.
So what are exactly some of the differences with the chairs, and what are the pluses and minuses of them?
Well, the low point chairs are basically made to try to hook on to create a pick on the high point chairs. They're a little bit lower. The guys need a little bit lower to get a good push. Some of them don't have triceps at all. Some of them have partial triceps. The high point chairs, you want those as slippery as possible. You want to be able to just bust your way through and not be able to get hung up on anything.
And Butler will turn it over as McMillan takes it. And McMillan weaves in and out of yellow.
Delvin's on the road to becoming one of the great quad amp players in quad rugby. He's a pretty amazing kid to watch. Jeremiah needs to get down the court right now, and he's not doing that. They're going to have to call a timeout here.
And McGuire will do so. Butler being the other high point player out there, McGuire was looking for him.
Well, that's one of the things with these teams that are just put together. These guys have 2 games under their belts. They played 2 games together. It's still not very much to learn what your players can and can't do, and they got to have a lot of court communication out there to be able to know where each other needs to be.
You mentioned Butler's improvement over the last few days. A lot of these players you see, because they're not playing year-round, and so just from game 1 to game 3, there's a lot of room for improvement, and we've seen it out of Butler and some of the other players here.
And my team, the white team, kind of got shut down in the 4th quarter against the yellow team. We made some mistakes and ended up losing to them. And the red team, they ended up with a pretty good lineup. They're not even playing nowhere near their #1 lineup right now.
Scott, this is your first time actually watching the gold medal match.
Yeah.
Taking home.
A little different view from the sideline here.
But you will be awarded with the bronze. See McMillan slowing down McGuire. He's got
Great
Butler
defense.
coming. If he can get it to him. Trying to get it to the low pointer.
Just a bad pass. That was just a bad pass on Stephen McGuire's part.
And passing to the low pointers. The pass has to be near perfect for them to control it.
Yeah, Robert Schuler was where he should have been, but that pass needs to be in his lap.
And Yellow will make some substitutions. As Bostic will get back on the floor, as well as Williams and Michaud. And McGuire will come out, as well as Gus Sorensen. And Schuler.
And the yellow team basically with their #1 lineup out there. Oh no, I'm mistaken. I thought McGuire was out there. He's off.
Remember, in the quad rugby, every player must see 8 minutes of floor action. So for the red team, are certainly trying to get some of their lesser experienced players playing time now so they can bring in Kemery and Chet Miller later.
That right there was their bread and butter yesterday. Every time they inbounded from the corner down there, Leon would set up in the key. Very few guys with that kind of reach. You just bring the ball down and power it through. They tied him up there. They did a good job, but Jamal came around the outside, had no problem catching that one, handling it and bringing it in. I'm just wondering when the yellow team will realize they need to put a good double team on Delvin, because he's going to be doing this all night.
So the ruling there, one of the yellow players went over the goal line, which goes ahead and gives the red team a goal. 17-12 to score now. And certainly talk about double teaming. Yellow's going to want to explore those options, as they've been unable to bottle up McMillan's speed thus far. It's Bostic. He's got Butler ahead of him. McMillan's trying to guard both. Say Bostic get a nice pass. Nice bounce pass there. And Butler will score. 17-13 the score.
See, there's nobody on Delvin there. He's just roaming free. They need to possibly triple team him and get their two low pointers in position. You have a high pointer helping, and then the high pointer is able to break off once their low pointers get in position on him. Once they tie him up, he doesn't have the size or the power to get out of a pick.
And Scott, when you played this yellow team, when they were able to make a comeback, a lot of that was because they were double and triple teaming you.
See, exactly what they did to me. They were triple and quadruple teaming me, and then they were able to, once their low pointers got position, got a good pick on me, they could afford to break off their high pointer. That's kind of what cost us the game right at the end.
And Lonnie Evans reaching in. The foul will be called. This quad rugby match being brought to you by Johnson & Johnson Healthcare Systems Incorporated. Just under 6 minutes remaining here in the second quarter of this gold medal match. 18-13 the score. Bostic gets it back to Butler. Butler thinks
Butler's
about taking the Williams.
Out of that.
Takes a dribble. Finds Williams.
Oh.
Williams can't hold on.
That's a ball that never should have been passed. So with Butler being a new player, he doesn't realize that that's a play he needs to push out of. He needs to be able to handle that himself. And they did get Delvin tied up in the corner.
Richardson
Earl's
unable
good,
to hold on.
Unable to bring that one in.
As the ball gets inbound in the Bostic. It's got Butler, Williams, and Misha out there with him.
Wide open on the other side. Delvin came across, but you're not going to stop Leon when he's charging in for a goal.
Leon certainly has one of the largest wheels out there. And what kind of benefit does that give you, Scott?
Well, top end speed, basically. He's actually running 28s, which is almost unheard of. There's not very many guys out there doing that, but look at the size of his arms, and you can tell that he's got the strength to push him.
And Earl Richardson going for the goal. Bostic trying to stop him. Richardson trying to get
Earl should have
McMillan.
kept that.
And a great play there by Butler.
Yeah, Earl should have held on to that ball. He could have turned a little bit and got those front wheels across.
It looked like he was almost there. So he got a little cold feet and tried to pass it out to McMillan. They were unable to convert it on that play.
Now the red team figuring out a double team on Leon, they got that down. That's exactly what the yellow team needs to do against Delvin.
Is Bostic gonna get him? You know McMillan's gonna be right there behind him. Gets him to turn around. Passes it out to Williams. He's got to get it before McMillan.
And that ball just had the wrong. That ball had the wrong spin on it. It was going away from Williams. It needs to be a little bit higher where he can handle it.
So the foul on McMillan. Is that a reach-in call, Scott?
You know, on that one, I believe it was a lean. He was up in the air. When you're up in the air, you cannot lean on another player. You can't catch yourself on another player or on their chair.
So yellow has a nice opportunity here to cut the lead to 4.
And Delvin's one of those players with his light weight. He gets a lot of air time. He spends a lot of time up in the air on 2 wheels.
And they better get on McMillan. Evans thought about it, decides to give it into the low pointer Richardson, and McMillan will come to his aid, and he will take it there. Got Bostic and Williams there trying to bottle him up, and he squeezes right in between them. And take it in for the score.
And this is where they need to pick Delvin out of the play so Leon can have freedom.
He's got Bostic ahead of him. He finds him.
And he's got to get across in a hurry.
And that's why he threw it there in a bit of a hurry, because he knew the clock was ticking. Only 12 seconds to get across midcourt as a jump ball is called.
Getting in there and creating a jump ball.
As yellow will make a full switch. We're gonna have a brand new 4. McGuire, Schuler, Sorensen, and McQuinn out there. Evans, Richardson, McMillan, and Vix out there for the red team. 19-14 the score.
Gus Sorensen, one of those players that have been playing the game for a long time. Plays with the Milwaukee Iron back at home. As we mentioned earlier, Spirit of the Games Award winner. He was on my team last year, and he's a good, solid player. I mean, age doesn't bother him one bit. Doesn't slow him down.
Sorensen, 61 years young, been at the games for his 21st time.
Been coming for a long time.
By midway through this second quarter.
Ball knocked away off one of the yellow team's chairs. They got to stop McMillan. If they don't, he's just going to keep going on. Easy scores for McMillan.
Now with McGuire being the lone ball handler for the high pointers out there for yellow, to be careful here not to let red extend their lead much further. McGuire, the only...
I think the yellow team think they're going to get their players minutes in and be able to play their top line the rest of the game. And I'm not sure that I agree with that.
McGuire
Once
tries
the game
to
gets out of hand, momentum shifts the other way. It's hard to come back. That's what happened against our team with the yellow team. They need to take their time and stop throwing the ball away here.
And with that McMillan goal, Red will take a 21-14 lead. 7-point deficit. It's the largest of this game. Give and go there between Sorensen and McGuire. Scott McQuinn out ahead again. She gets it. McMillan's in pursuit. McGuire's gonna have to get up and help her. Gets it back to McGuire. Nice play there by McQuinn. McGuire looking for McQuinn. Finds her. She's got to get those two wheels across. She's jammed, and she gets across. Pat McQuinn gets the goal.
Kind of a crowd favorite here, too, by the sounds of it.
Last night when she got our goals, probably the loudest the crowd was for the entire match. It's good to see her score there. The reach-in called on McGuire. About 2.5 minutes left here. Second quarter. 21-15 the score. As McMillan has it.
He's just going to take his time, kill time.
He's going to take his time. So let his defense set up here.
Well, one thing they're trying to do along with this is trying to create another penalty, get two of them in the box, and that way when the first one comes out, there's still one in there, but he's going to go ahead and score it. See how they've got a triple team on McGuire here. Once they get their one low pointer kind of spun off there, he should have got in front of him.
You mentioned earlier McGuire is kind of the only primary ball handler on the floor for yellow right now.
Trapped in the backcourt, they're going to have to call timeout here.
McGuire will call time. Well, Scott, you envision them making some subs here, or you think they're going to stick with this lineup?
They've got about 2 minutes left, just over 2 minutes left here in the quarter or in the half. They'll probably sub in their good line because they're going to have a break here, which they're doing right now. They're getting Leon back out there. Leon's got a lot of size, a lot of speed. He's a good player.
Leon, the 2.5-pointer, mentioned earlier from Northridge, California.
And Leon, you see the size of his arms. He was a bodybuilder before his injury. Actually was injured by some weights falling on him. A weight stack broke on a machine and paralyzed him. And he's getting back that bodybuilder's form. He's building up some big arms there.
And he was competing in the weightlifting event here, as well as some of the track events earlier today and hand cycling tomorrow. 5th day of these games, 4th day of events. We're wrapping up tomorrow with the closing ceremonies. McGuire's got Bostic. He finds him. So 22-16.
And Delvin can hit that all day, and it's not going to affect Leon one bit. They're still not stopping him. Once he gets through there, there's nobody that's going to catch him.
And it seems yellow, they need to be getting quicker into their defense. After they're scoring, they're too slow to locate McMillan, and by the time they find him, it's been too late.
Right. Little miscue right there. Earl was a little too close to Dell. It kind of turned into him and picked his own player out of the play. What's really surprising me so far is that the yellow team has not tried a key defense. When you have Delvin out there, he doesn't have the weight or the power to break through a strong key. And if you get McGuire and Leon in there, they're both big guys to try to break through.
As once again, McMillan will score. McGuire into Bostic.
McMillan just all over the court there.
And Bostic will score. 1 minute left here till halftime. 24-18.
Yellow's going to try to make a little run here and get it back within a manageable range.
Ben Pearson with Scott Severn here on xable.com for this gold medal quad rugby match. As Richardson has it, McGuire's giving chase. He's got McMillan on his side. He can get it to him. Now Bostic coming in to help. All right, he gets it, McMillan. Bostic can slow him down. And this is where
Dell will probably hold this for last goal.
And this is where he's so dangerous. He's so quick. He just needs the tiniest gap to squeeze through.
Alfonso Evans has got to watch it there. He's playing in pretty deep. He's going to get trapped in the key.
And that's exactly what they're trying to do.
For 10 seconds, and he just got knocked out of bounds by Leon. Nice play by Leon.
So two things could happen there to Evans. One, what did happen, he got knocked out past the end line. But what they were trying to do is box him in there. You can't be inside your offense key for more than 10 seconds. It's a give and go between McGuire and Sorensen. Not much time left here.
Whoa. It off, Rick.
As McGuire runs into the scorer's table, but he gets the goal, the assist to Bostic. And I bet you if you talk to McGuire afterwards, he would say it was worth it.
Oh yeah, he didn't take a hard fall or anything. Just took down a table, that's all.
And it appears that everyone is okay.
That makes it fun for the crowd right there.
Well, the crowd certainly get their money's worth here in the Spokane Convention Center. We're at full capacity here. No room on the bleachers. And the people are lined up on the wall behind the goal.
It's a great crowd. We keep trying every year to beat what we had up in Alaska, up in Anchorage when the games were there back in 2006. That's going to be tough though. We had about 2,000 people that came out that watched the gold medal rugby match. And they're trying to beat that here, but I just don't think we have the room.
And that will do it here in the first half of action. Red on top so far. It's been a close one here in the gold medal match. I want to thank you for tuning in here on xable.com. We're going to take a quick break for halftime, and we'll be back to bring you the second half.